If you concentrate on small, manageable steps, you can cross unimaginable distances. You never fail until you stop trying. It's enough for me to be sure that you and I exist at this moment. The inner fire is the most important thing mankind possesses. Too many people are too busy making a living to make a life. Don't worry about being effective. Just concentrate on being faithful to the truth. Life doesn't require ideals. It requires standards of action. When you are identified with the One, all things will be complete to you. Your own positive future begins in this moment. All you have is right now. Every goal is possible from here. Don't be afraid to give up the good to go for the great. The essence of being human is that one does not seek perfection. Small good decisions will lead you to the glorious path of success. If you can't enjoy what you have, you can't enjoy more of it. Everything should be made as simple as possible, but not simpler. Some things you hear with your ears, others you hear with your heart. The moon does not simply disappear when we are not looking at it. In order to form an immaculate member of a flock of sheep, one must, above all, be a sheep. A good completion takes a long time. A bad completion cannot be changed later. Small circle, private life, and peaceful mind. 3 rules of work. Out of clutter, find simplicity. From discord, find harmony. In the middle of difficulty lies opportunity. Once you bid farewell to discipline, you say goodbye to success. He who knows his enemy and himself well will not be defeated easily. Integrity is doing the right thing when nobody's watching, doing as you say you would do. Never say anything about yourself you don't want to come true. Never say that I have taken it, only that I have given it back. Transmit the established facts. Do not transmit words of exaggeration. If you do that, you will probably come out all right. Deal with your past so that it won't affect your future. The gem cannot be polished without friction, nor man perfected without trials. Therefore, the good fighter will be terrible in his onset and prompt in his decision. Realize deeply that the present moment is all you will ever have. Everybody stay positive, no matter how negative life gets. When a wise man points at the moon, the imbecile examines the finger. The greatest step towards a life of simplicity is to learn to let go. Without subtle ingenuity of mind, one cannot make certain of the truth of their reports. No matter how good you get, you can always get better, and that's the exciting part. Except our own thoughts, there is nothing absolutely in our power. I never think of the future. It comes soon enough. Let everything be allowed to do what it naturally does, so that its nature will be satisfied. The key to life is accepting challenges. Once someone stops doing this, he's dead. If thinking should precede acting, then acting must succeed thinking. No amount of experimentation can ever prove me right. A single experiment can prove me wrong. You are never too old to set another goal or to dream a new dream. Anything not worth doing is worth not doing well. Think about it. I speak gibberish to the civilized world, and it replies in kind. A human being is part of a whole called by us the universe. Great knowledge is universal. Small knowledge is limited. Great words are inspiring. Small words are chatter. We swallowed the chaos because we knew we didn't want to be ordinary. Reason may be employed to support faith as well as to destroy it. Correct your mistake as soon as you have found it. Be like seeds. Do not see dirt thrown at you as your enemy, but as ground to grow. Change the way you look at things, and the things you look at change. Weak leadership can wreck the soundest strategy. Home is where somebody notices when you are no longer there. Failure is the condiment that gives success its flavor. You get what you focus on, so focus on what you want. In the end, you have to choose whether or not to trust someone. There's more to logic than identifying logical fallacies. Don't depend too much on anyone in this world, because even your own shadow leaves you when you are in darkness. A person who never made a mistake never tried anything new. Men do less than they ought, unless they do all they can. He who is highly esteemed is not easily conspired against. Our society is run by insane people for insane objectives. There are routes not to be followed, armies not to be attacked, citadels not to be besieged, territory not to be fought over. Freedom is the right to tell people what they do not want to hear. The tragedy of life is what dies inside a man while he lives. Ability, experience, and books have solution for all the problems. If we have no peace, it is because we have forgotten that we belong to each other. Life is too short when you think of the length of death. It shattered something inside me that hadn't been broken before. Being brave means that knowing when you fail, you won't fail forever. Feet, what do I need them for if I have wings to fly? Go into emptiness, strike voids, bypass what he defends, hit him where he does not expect you. Education is not the learning of facts. It's rather the training of the mind to think. If you know both yourself and your enemy, you can win 100 battles without a single loss. I'm going to try speaking some reckless words, and I want you to try to listen recklessly. We say later, later, until later becomes too late, and all we can think of is if only. It takes more effort to avoid the truth than it does to face it. When your opponent gives you an opening, be swift as a hare. All men can see these tactics whereby I conquer, but what none can see is the strategy out of which victory is evolved. Imagination is everything. It is the preview of life's coming attractions. The expert in anything was once a beginner. Sometimes your only available transportation is a leap of faith. Without education, you're not going anywhere in this world. Beyond the fiction of reality, there is the reality of the fiction. If their forces are substantial, prepare for them. If their forces are strong, avoid them. Sometimes, the best of God's gifts arrive by the shattering of all the window panes. Be careful who you trust. Salt and sugar look the same. If the path before you is clear, you're probably on someone else's. Everyone's greatest fantasy is to walk away from the life you lead. There is no progress or accomplishment without sacrifice. The most wasted of all days is one without laughter. Create your own miracles. Do what you think you cannot do. Do not look for healing at the feet of those who broke you. To succeed in life, you need 3 things: a wishbone, a backbone, and a funny bone. Once friends as batchmates, but now different batches divide us. A battering ram can knock down a city wall, but it cannot stop a hole. Different things have different uses. The penalty for procrastination is the loss of hopes and dreams. Do good, live in the most positive and joyful way possible every day. Man is an animal who has to live in a lie in order to live at all. Do no harm and leave the world a better place than you found it.